Hey mama, welcome back to Mama Flow Studio. This is your prenatal SPD friendly sculpt class. If you're feeling any pubic symphysis pain or pain at the front of your pelvis, or you want to prevent having pain there throughout your pregnancy, this is the class for you. Make sure that you're working within a pain-free range of motion today. All of the moves that we're going to do today are to help relieve pain and prevent pain. But if any pain does come up for you, I want you to scale back. Also listen out for the other three as part of the 4 Ps to help support your core and pelvic floor throughout pregnancy. Those red flags we want to look out for and just modify as necessary. And of course, any signs of nausea or lightheadedness, I want you to stop and take a break and then come back when you're ready. So for today, we are going to need a few props. You're going to need a Pilates ball. If you do not have a 9-inch Pilates ball, you can also use a bath towel that's rolled up and then secure it with a rubber band. You're going to need a small hand towel, a chair, as well as your yoga mat. So go ahead and grab those props and let's get started. All right, mama, we are going to begin today on the chair. So grab that chair, place your folded hand towel onto the edge of that chair, and you're going to sit down on that edge so that your vulva is directly on that hand towel. Sits bone should be connected onto that towel and or the chair, coming onto that edge, sitting up nice and tall. We're not going to use this ball yet, but you can just place it in between the knees here, just not squeezing it, but just holding it there as we focus on some diaphragmatic breathing. So I want you to first focus on your alignment here. So sits bones are on the chair. There's no rounding of that lower back. That's a big no-no. Lengthen through that low back so you're sitting up nice and tall, and then relax the ribs down. So during pregnancy, those ribs want to flare up and that chest is kind of like pointed up towards the ceiling. Try to fight against that. Just do a slight forward lean so that that sternum is directly over the pubic bone. That's going to help you find better breathing. Lengthening through the crown of the head as you keep that stack. And then go ahead and either close the eyes here or just a gentle gaze in front of you so you're able to focus. Exhale out all of your stale air. On your inhale, find deep expansion. Breathe down towards that pelvic floor. And I want you to see if you can connect with a gentle blossom or a gentle pressure down of your perineum down into that towel. And then on your exhale, passive exhale, no active activation, just release your air through your mouth. So inhale, breathe down into the ribs, belly, down into the pelvic floor, that vulva and your perineum, just gently pressing down into that towel. And passive exhale to release all of your air. Let's work through this a couple more times. Big breath in and exhale out. So the two main things as you're continuing to breathing on your own that I want you to think about is expansion through the ribs out left and right and into the belly, and then that pelvic floor release at the bottom, feeling that vulva just gently press down into that towel and gently lift back up on your exhale. When we have pelvic floor tightness and we're not able to feel that relaxation of the pelvic floor, that can contribute to pelvic pain. So we're really focused today on being able to release that pelvic floor on our inhale. Last 2, inhale breath and exhale to release. Last 1, inhale and deep exhale to let it all go. Beautiful. We're going to add our core connection breath and our pelvic floor activation. So finding a squeeze and lift of the pelvic floor only if you're able to release that pelvic floor in the inhale. If you can find that gentle pressure, that just gentle touch of the pelvic floor or vulva down onto that towel, then we can start practicing that squeeze and lift of the pelvic floor as we squeeze the ball. If you can, I want you to not think about doing anything to the pelvic floor except for releasing on that inhale. And as we exhale, you're just going to focus on squeezing that ball, activating the inner thighs, and wrapping the core, baby hugging in and up towards the spine. Okay, deep inhale, breath to expand, release, pelvic floor tries to release, open up that ball. And then on your exhale, squeeze that ball, squeeze the inner thighs. And if you're able to release that pelvic floor, I want you to find that squeeze and lift of the pelvic floor and wrapping of the abs. Inhale to release and expand. Exhale to squeeze, lift, wrap, only if you're able to release the pelvic floor. Squeeze that ball, inner thighs working, babies hugging in and up towards the spine. Full breath in and full breath out. Keep moving at your own pace here. Really trying to lengthen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. So as you're squeezing that ball and you're finding that core connection, you want it to be long and steady, not trying to squeeze really quickly, okay? Don't want to grip our muscles, but allowing that engagement to happen with control. So this inner thigh work and deep core work is so important for preventing SPD pain and helping SPD pain because it brings stability to that pelvis. So right here at that joint, at that pubic symphysis, we're finding some extra mobility because of the hormones during pregnancy. And when we're able to activate those inner thighs and activate those deep core muscles, we can provide stability to the pelvis to prevent any pain and to help relieve any of that pubic symphysis pain. Let's do 4 more. Last 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and release, just gently holding this ball in between the knees, so not gripping the inner thighs here. You're going to take an inhale breath, reach the arms up high, and exhale, twist towards the left, right hand to the outside of that left knee, left hand is behind you. Inhale, you lift up, and exhale, twist to the right, left hand to the outside of that right knee, right hand behind. Finding dynamic movement, inhale up, and exhale to twist. Inhale to lift, and exhale to twist. 1 more. Last one. Beautiful. Connecting that breath that we just practiced with some movement with our body. On your inhale breath, I want you to open up, expand, try to release that pelvic floor as you cactus the arms. And then on your exhale, you're going to squeeze that ball, squeeze, lift, and wrap, and push the arms forward. Inhale to open up. And exhale, squeeze that ball, squeeze, lift, wrap, press the arms. Inhale, open. And exhale to press. Last 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful, mama. Coming up through center, release that ball. You're going to use this chair to mindfully make your way onto the ground. So take an inhale breath, and then on your exhale, I want you to drop that left knee and then the right, or the other reversed way, whatever is comfortable for you. Go ahead and press that chair off to the side and coming down onto your mat. Coming to a tabletop position, placing this Pilates ball behind this left or right knee pit rather. Neutral spine here, stacking shoulders over your wrists, hips over the knees. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap, hug baby in and up. Kick the right heel up. Inhale as you lower down. And exhale as you kick. So notice that my right toes are flexed and I'm really driving up with that right heel. I'm squeezing that ball so I feel additional hamstring and glute work. And nothing is moving except for this right foot. So I don't want to see any rocking to the left side as you kick, and I don't want to see any rocking to that right side as you lower down. Really using that hug the baby breath to help you find stability of your spine. Now, if kicking all the way up makes you feel a little loosey-goosey and you're moving from side to side, I want you to reduce the range of motion, just a gentle kick up. It can be just an inch. Focus on stability over how high that heel is kicking. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, losing my ball here, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it up, little pulses here. Super small, really feeling that right glute work. No arching of that back as you kick up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Switching legs. Ball behind that left knee pit here. Really squeezing that ball. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap, drive the left heel up. Inhale, you lower down. And exhale as you lift. Again, really focusing on spinal stability, so no arching of the back as you kick. Hugging baby in and up towards the spine. Ribs stay the same, no arching of that back. Flexing the left toes. Move with your breath, allowing that core connection breath to help you with your stability. Reducing range of motion if you need to help keep that stability. Should really be feeling that left glute working in those deep core muscles. You've got 8, 7, nice breath, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Little pulses at the top, keeping that spine stable, really feeling that left glute working for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, mama. Release that foot onto the ground. Grab that ball and come to your knees. You're going to place that Pilates ball between the knees here, working on some kneeling squats. So on your inhale breath, I want you to bring the arms out long, sending those glutes back towards those heels. And on your exhale, you're going to squeeze that ball, hug baby in and up towards your spine as you lift up. Arms come back. Inhale, reach it back, sit back, stretch out those glutes. And exhale as you squeeze, lift, wrap, hug baby in, squeeze that ball as you stand. Inhale back and exhale to lift. Making sure that you're not over lifting the hips and really sending them forward. Keep at your neutral pelvis. Inhale down and exhale to lift. Working glutes, deep core, inner thighs here. Find your breath. Find that deep core connection. Bringing stability back to that pelvis again with every move that we do today. Beautiful control, mama. Move at your own pace here. Really trying to make sure that you feel that stretch of the glutes as you sit back. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release that ball. Transitioning over onto your side. Bring the knees together. Sit over onto your side. Trying to keep those knees together as you come onto the right side here. Bringing the ball in between the knees. Your hips and your heels are in line with one another, and the head come onto that right forearm. Hand at the hip. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze that ball. Find that inner thigh engagement. Squeeze, lift, wrap the core as you lift the hips. Inhale, you lower down. Exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap, squeeze that ball. Hips lift. Beautiful. So coming into a modified side plank with this adductor squeeze with the ball. Weight is evenly distributed, so you're not falling into or dumping all of your weight into this right arm. Really feeling your obliques work here as you lift. So nice, mama. Lengthen that exhale. Connect that breath to movement for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, nice job, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release that ball. Bringing the knees stacked on top of one another, you're going to place this Pilates ball behind the left knee or your top knee. Staying onto your forearm here, really pressing that forearm down into the mat so you're not feeling achiness in the shoulder, because you're really using this whole upper body on the right side to help keep you stacked and stable. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap. Here, squeezing that ball, and you're going to just gently open this left knee. So external rotation while we have SPD is usually frowned upon, but we're doing this with control, really making sure that we're finding that squeeze, lift, and wrap, only lifting the knee just a little bit, not over opening this leg so that we shift back with the pelvis. So just a gentle lift, feeling this left glute working, feeling our core working as we lift. If you feel any pain while opening up that knee, I want you to reduce the range of motion and recheck if you're really finding that squeeze, lift, and wrap before you lift. So starting that exhale before you start lifting that leg. Always really focused on working within a pain-free range of motion. Never want to feel pain during any type of movement. You exhale as you open, inhale as you lower down. Check to see if you feel this side butt, this glute medius working as you open up that knee. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that ball, mama, transitioning over onto your back, gently rolling onto that side and then rolling all the way onto your back. If you feel any sort of dizziness or lightheadedness on your back as we work out, mama, I want you to transition back up and just take a break, okay? It is safe to work on your back during pregnancy as long as you don't have any signs of dizziness or nausea. And we're going to be here for a very short time. So come on to your back. You're going to find that neutral spine and pelvis. If you need help finding a neutral pelvis, really arch your back and then really tuck your tailbone under, and you're going to find the happy medium in the middle. Okay? Ribs are relaxed down. Ball is in between your knees. You're going to relax the palms onto the mat. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze that ball. Squeeze, lift, and wrap. Lift the hips. Bridge pose. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you squeeze that ball, squeeze, lift, wrap, lift the hips. Really feeling those inner thighs, glutes, and deep core working to help you lift up. I want you to think about really sending energy out through the knees and then energetically pulling those heels closer towards your glutes to really help feel that glute activation. Squeeze that ball before you lift the hips, working those inner thighs. Nice, mama. Find that breath. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Hold it up at the top, mama. Holding the hips high, just focusing on little squeezes, little squeeze pulses of that ball. Feeling the glutes work to keep those hips up. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding here, little pulses up with the hips while you squeeze that ball. I know you're burning. We're almost done. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower the hips down. Bringing that ball behind the right knee here. Relaxing the hands onto the mat. Take an inhale breath. Exhale as you squeeze, lift, wrap, keeping your neutral spine, tapping those right toes without anything moving except for that leg. Inhale, you bring it up, and exhale, you gently tap. Inhale, center, and exhale to tap. So nothing from the pelvis up should move. If you feel any shifting down and then up in this torso area as you lower and lift, that means that we're not finding enough core engagement to support the pelvis and the spine here. So as you drop those toes down, I want you to think about stability, keeping still, just moving that right foot. Finding that pelvic floor engagement, wrapping those abs, having baby come in and up towards the spine. So nice, mama. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Releasing that ball, switching out to the other side behind that left knee, bringing it up tall, palms onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale, keep stable as you tap the left toes. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale as you tap. Not moving anything, even a millimeter, only moving this left leg. Really working those low abs by trying to think about drawing the 2 hip bones together as you exhale. It's really common for us to have really strong upper abs, especially during pregnancy, because it's really hard to connect with those low abs. But I want you to think about scooping up from the low abs first, then working the upper abs. So good. You've got 8. 7. Exhale as you tap that toe. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Release that ball, mama. Finishing with our side plank series on the left side. So you're going to roll over, keeping those legs together to prevent any pain, pushing up off of that left side, and then just do a little scoocheroo over to the left. Bring that ball in between your knees, coming onto that left forearm here. Heels are stacked in line with the hips. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze that ball, squeeze, lift, wrap. Lift the hips. Inhale, you lower down, release. And exhale as you squeeze. Hug baby in as you lift the hips. Beautiful. Finding that whole deep core working as you lift up. Being mindful of that breath, moving as slow as you need to really feel that wrapping sensation of the belly. Nice, mama. You've got 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Grabbing that Pilates ball, placing it behind that top knee here. Coming to our clamshells. Take a deep inhale breath. Really press that forearm down into the mat. Exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap. Gentle lift with this right leg. Inhale as you lower down. And exhale, squeeze, lift, wrap. Open up that right knee. Beautiful. So only opening up within a pain-free range of motion. Really feeling this right glute working to help open up that hip. The whole time really focused on finding that deep core activation, really providing stability to the pelvis while we open up that hip. So good, mama. Coming back to the breath for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, mama. Releasing that ball. Pressing yourself up. If your chair is nearby, you're going to grab that chair. Finishing out with some relaxing pelvic floor breathing. You're going to place this Pilates ball underneath your pelvis here so that your vulva is pressing down on that Pilates ball. So knees are facing forward. The ball is in between the heels here. You're just going to rest your arms onto this chair. Or if you have a couch that you want to rest your arms onto, that works too. We're going to work on that diaphragmatic breathing breath. So no activation of the pelvic floor. We're really going to focus on relaxing that pelvic floor, feeling the vulva press down into that ball for some feedback. You can imagine a jellyfish just blossoming down onto that ball on your inhale and just a gentle lift back up. Here we go. Relaxing the forearms down, maybe closing the eyes here, still lengthening through the spine. Exhale out all of your still air. Take an inhale breath. Breathe down towards that ball. Feel that vulva gently press into the ball. And exhale to gently release. No activation. Inhale down towards your pelvic floor. Expand. And exhale to gently release. Breathing on your own. Just noticing the sensations of your pelvis, of your pelvic floor. Visualizing that jellyfish on your inhale, gently pressing down towards that ball. And exhale to gently lift back up. Two more breaths. And last one. And when you're ready, blink the eyes open, press up off of the chair, release that ball. Amazing job today, mama. I hope this class, if you had SPD pain, helps provide some relief to the symptoms that you're feeling. And if you don't have it, I hope it is extremely successful in helping you prevent any SPD pain in the future during your pregnancy. As always, remember to drink lots of water, to get lots of rest, and I cannot wait to see you on your mat very soon.